Of course, Chico Rush, and the old building is rocking. I don't see an empty seat in the house as we get a look at Don Beaupre. He will be starting in goal tonight for the North Stars.
Donnie loves to play in here. He's done real well. He knows he's going to get a lot of shots. He's had a lot of success. And goalies usually love to play in this building if things are going well with all the atmosphere and the amount of work you get. At the other end, look at Bob Mason, International Falls boy. He's playing very well, although recently the team has struggled on the road, and his record right now is 4-4. But I look for good goaltending tonight.
Cutting in with Everett Santa pass. That was deflected, goes into the crowd. We get a stoppage of play. 11:07 to go. Hold on. Let's wait it here. We're all set to break, but Kanye taking a pretty good beating from Mark Bergevin. And I get the idea that's going to be the first of many tonight. Back with more in a moment. Now Troy Murray digging it free. Here's Doug Wilson. Here's Ben Wilson. Here's Doug. Beaupre right at the side of the cage. Cut him off. Centering pass. PRESLEY keeps it alive. Off for Wilson. Here's Ben Wilson. Walks in. He scores! Stars almost had it killed. Almost had the zone cleared. But the puck popped loose. One man had come out of the penalty box.
Here's why a goalie likes shots on his glove side more than his stick side. The last one, Donnie would have caught that. On this play, Wilson doesn't really make that great a choice. He's shooting from way out when he shouldn't. As you can see, he could walk way in, but this is going to sneak right between Donnie's body and his blocker hand, and sometimes it's hard. You get handcuffed. You can't jam it down as quickly as you could your glove hand where you have more freedom.
Head for Bellows too far. Regrouping now in center with Gordy Roberts. Roberts with a nice move on Wilson. Roberts cutting in, back for Bellows, he scores! Brian Bellows following a beautiful move by Gordy Roberts, and the Stars have tied it 1-1.
You won't see a better executed drop pass. Gordy Roberts, who in his younger days was really quite an offensive defenseman, shows a flash here. And good hit fake there. Now watch, he's pulling Wilson way wide. Wilson's got to get on his horse to try and catch Roberts, but Gordy drops it back, and Bellows knows what's happening here. He reads the play, and Brian, when he hits the net, has an excellent shot. He's got a hard shot, and this one is very accurate, as you'll see. Stick side, foot off the ice, right where they tell you in hockey school to shoot him for goals.
Your eye on him as he spins in the corner. Tried to drop it back. Wilson getting it over for Stapleton. Back for Ben Wilson. Over to Savard. Savard a shot. Beaupre the save. Vincent scores on the rebound. Another power play goal for Chicago. That will wipe 50 seconds off Roberts' penalty. That's one of them. He still has another 2 minutes to serve.
Here's what jamming the front of the net will do. Everybody talks about a screen, getting rebounds. But when Savard shoots this, what this does here, Donnie Beaupre makes a nice save here. He can hardly see it. But see that rebound coming out and hit the guy in front and across, and was an open net and a layup.
14:46, time of the power play goal. So Chicago now with 10 power play goals and 4 shorthanded goals among the last 17 the club has scored. Ender Mason, 2:43 to play in the period. Rick Vaive, one of the new Blackhawks, and we one of Chico's guests during our first intermission. Mason is busy. Rebound, they score! Musil one-hands it past Mason. Prodisac Musil scores at 17:28, and we're tied 2-2.
One of the problems with some people's mind being a butterfly goalie is you go down on a lot of shots that you could save standing up. Now here you see Bobby Mason. Now he's trying to get up off that butterfly save. He's still in his butterfly position. Through the legs, a one-handed shot by Musil slides it through there. Now he's going to get anything on the corners. Watch the way he's standing here. See how he covers the corner? But goalies that play the butterfly will be very vulnerable if you could get it. But the key is you have to get it above the stick.
Chased by Musil, whacked at by Musil. Savard lets it go to Ben Wilson. Savard, watched by Ruskowski. They get it across for Vincent. Vincent goes in front. PRESLEY scores. Third power play goal of the night for Chicago. The Hawks lead it 3-2. Time of the to go, 3:41.
Nice play here. See that through the seam pass, which teams try and do, but it isn't successful too much. Now the PRESLEY there, you see him get the rebound. Here's again a nice pass, but mishandled there, and he kind of just throws it at the net, which usually isn't a good play. But when things are going right, a great rebound came across the PRESLEY, almost like it was planned. But again, jamming that net, almost all the goals have been from players just going for the net, 2 and 3 guys.
Bob Mason from International Falls, Minnesota, leaving it for Doug Wilson. Out for Savard. Denis Savard, burst of speed across the line. Beaupre letting it right through. Savard drove it right through Beaupre. And that's not a good goal, Chico.
No, most people would say that isn't a good goal. We saw earlier where Bobby Mason let one go through his pads. When you got V-drop goalies or butterfly goalies, they're going to be a little more vulnerable through the legs. Now that doesn't make them bad. They got to give room somewhere. But what made that tough was Savard is fading to his right here. See, now Donnie Beaupre has to move with him. As he takes one step here, you see it fluttering, and you see again just above the stick, and it's a hard shot to make. But if you shoot it in the middle of the net above the stick, and Bossy's made a living doing that, you'll get a ton of goals because a goalie to move laterally has to open his legs, and when he does, if it's above the stick, a lot of times it's going to find its way in the net, and that's what happened there.
4 power play goals now for Chicago. Stars with the extra 2 men. Lawton missed the pass. Bellows off for Broughton. Tried to drop it out in front. Mason got a piece of that one. Back now for Wilson, over for Lawton. Lawton, the shot, he scores! Brian Lawton. And the Stars get a power play goal of their own, and it's 4-3.
That's why Herb Brooks put Brian Lawton out there. He knew he needed a shooter, and he knew that the shooter would probably get in fairly close. Now, here's a mistake, though, by the defending player for Chicago. Now, he goes down here, he screens the goalie. I mean, I know he wants to do a lot, but there you see Bobby Mason not seeing the puck. His tendency is to go down. Lawton makes a good choice here. It actually helps that that defenseman goes down because he knows he has to shoot high, and that's really a good spot to shoot on Bobby Mason if he doesn't see it, because his tendency is to go down when he's screened, and Lawton picked the top corner.
Done well against the Hawks. Stadium been in the Wirtz family for a long time, and that is Nancy Faust, who is a legend here in Chicago. Plays at Comiskey Park, and she's got a lot of organ to work with there. That thing is amazing. Sort of getting a little chippy, more talking than playing right now.
Well, the game sort of slowed down to a cautious crawl, and that's why just a few seconds ago you heard the crowd starting to bang and starting to cheer. They don't like that. I mean, they like to see the teams go from start to finish, and that's where a rambunctious crowd can be a help to a home team. Periods of lulls like this.
Now Vaive. Back for Wilson, a shot. Hustling after the rebound, Basil McRae. Now McRae, full head of steam from the North Stars. Tries to ride it to center. Ahead too far for Ruskowski. Larmer handed it right back for Rouse. Savard picked and clean. Here's Savard. Look at the move. He scored! Denis Savard! Now that gets the crowd going.
No other player in the league makes this move, not even Wayne Gretzky. Now, unfortunately, it's Berger, the rookie. He hasn't seen this move much. Now, watch this come off his backhand. He's spinning. He throws that up there off the pipe. A knuckleballer, but that is so tough for Donnie Beaupre because when a guy spins, he hides the puck for a second on his backhand. He's not sure when it's going to come off the stick. Now, watch this spin here. See? There's nothing Berger can do on that. That's almost an unstoppable move. And when he makes a great shot like that, it's an unstoppable goal.
Well, we have 14:06 to go. It's only a 2-goal differential, but that may have been a knockout punch. Boy, was that an emotional flattener for the North Stars. Rouse big clean. Berger was turned inside out. Here's they go again, and Beaupre has to come up big on Everett Sanapak. Go lead. Back now for LAWTON, over for Wilson. Wilson moves it down for Archibald. Had some room. Took a lot of time, but they score! Looked like Archibald may have taken too much time, but the puck wound in the net back behind Mason.
No one realizes what a great play Archibald makes. He wants to shoot this puck, but he sees DINO signaling, and he catches himself. Now watch here, see how he almost let it go? He recovers, he sees DINO, and boom, he throws it across. DINO was out of the picture when that play started, but he had a stick up in the air, he was shaking it, he was hollering, and for Archibald to change his mind. Now here, watch, he's gonna shoot it, but no, there he recovers, makes a great pass. Again, this puts the Stars right back in, and it's a big boost because DINO scored it. I was gonna say, DINO's been kind of invisible tonight, maybe without Secord out there. You know, the juices aren't flowing like they normally do when he plays Chicago, but that's the way DINO plays. All of a sudden, he's there and he pops one and he puts the Stars back in the game.
So a big power play goal for the Stars, and the rookie Archibald, instead of waiting too long, made a very heady play.
Timing was important. If he rushes that, it won't happen. He had to let it develop, and of course, he's made a great job of doing that.
Here's a chance for Gagne now. He sends one wide, so the Stars could tie it up. Berger plays it out in front. McClellan, rebound. Mason stops that on the rebound by Gagne. Hands it off finally for Nyland. Nyland works it ahead for Larmer, and here come the Blackhawks to center. Larmer. Off for Vaive. He scored. It's turning into a wild one here in Chicago.
Look at Donnie. Beaupre not happy. Larmer again. Here's another second effort pass. Now, Vaive, which he does so well, he one-times it. Much like the goal in the first period of Wilson. That rises up through Donnie's blocker. Now, you don't get many like that as a goalie. Now, Donnie's had two, and boy, that's frustrating. I'm not saying there's anything you can do on him. It's just where it catches you, it kind of handcuffs. And in all fairness, Donnie was going one way with Larmer. Had a brother I played with, played a lot like Steve, only just didn't have quite the touch, and of course he didn't play with Savard to start his career. Larmer's pretty much played with Denis Savard since he came into the league, which really helps, but on top of that he's gotten better and better, and just made a great play to set up Vaive for the 6th Blackhawk goal.
Battle for position. Archibald, Bellows, and Broughton the forward line. Broughton's played a strong game tonight. Bellows comes up with it in the corner, across for Archibald. He goes upstairs and scores! The rookie, Dave Archibald. Well, 24 at the time of the goal, and is he impressive?
Oh, we saw what he could do passing the puck and how he sees the ice and sees the open man. Set up Denis Savard on the last one. Now watch this. Now this is a nice pass, I think, by Brian Bellows. It goes right through, but look, he had to play it off his skate. Now then he sees the stretch across. He doesn't panic. He said, I got to get that thing upstairs. And we're talking right up in the 4th floor. He throws that. Look at that. That is right upstairs. That is a great touch, folks. You don't realize how tough that is in that close.
Chicago controls the draw. Here's Wilson getting it off for Noonan. Bumped over there by Acton. Gagne takes a whack at it. Savard will keep it in for Chicago. Off for Wilson. They score! That was not the typical big bomb from Wilson. It was a knuckleball. It was not a hard shot. It deflected, and Beaupre didn't have a chance. Chicago with its 5th power play goal of the night.
Well, I think it hit someone in front as well, but again, there's been no secret on either team's power play. What they've done is tried to move it back and forth, then lay it across to their shooter, which in this case is Doug Wilson. He's going to one-time it, doesn't catch much of it at all. Look at it there, just a dead duck right there. But Vaive in front tips it, and Donnie Beaupre, who has to react to the initial path of the puck, sees it just flutter behind him. Now here's going to be a great view. You see Wilson, now you figure, oh, it's coming like a bullet. Now look at that, Vaive actually tips that with his stick. But Vaive has paid the price in front. He's been in front. He's taken hits like that all night, and it's paid off for him. It's the 2nd goal of the evening.
Savard, his eyes lit up when he saw an empty net here towards the end of the game. 3 goals and 13 for the season. Savard now has 36 points, second only to the great Gretzky. The Hawks won it 8-5.